worst holiday treat, next on The Perfect Bite. 'Tis the season for holiday parties and the temptation to eat everything at the dessert table. But how do you get into the festive spirit without being a food Scrooge? I'm Andrea Jenna here with registered dietitian Stephanie Sr., and today we're going to help you avoid the worst holiday treats. What is the best way to tackle the dessert table?
I always recommend that you first assess what's there. So take a good look, what is going to satisfy your sweet tooth or your cravings the most, and then tackle that. It's not a good idea to try everything there, otherwise your calories will skyrise. If you just decide on one or two small items, you're more likely to stay on track and not do any damage to your healthy eating plan.
So if you are going to indulge in just one treat, which one do you choose to indulge in?
Watching your portions is the #1 rule. #2, you could look at desserts that are lower in calories, so things that are fruit-based, or things that are just made with lower calorie ingredients. For instance, something like cheesecake, a regular cheesecake would be very high in calories, whereas a gingerbread cookie would be less calories.
So for hosts that are still planning their holiday menu, what are some desserts that are healthy but just as good?
Well, I usually recommend just taking a traditional recipe and making it healthier. So subbing in healthier ingredients for less healthy ingredients. So for instance, you could replace half of regular flour with whole wheat flour, half of the fat, so either butter, margarine, or oil. You could replace that with applesauce or pureed prunes. You could add more fruit in it, or dried fruit or nuts versus chocolate chips.
So to help you out this holiday season, we are going to be sampling 5 different treats you might find at your next party to help you make the best choices. So today we're sampling the following: PC, the world's best eggnog; Walker's Festive Shapes shortbread; Farmer's Market pecan pie; Simply Food caramel popcorn with cashews; and Tre Marie panettone Milanese. So this is taste test #1, eggnog. That's rich for anyone who's ever had eggnog.
That's good.
It's
delicious.
This would probably be one to stay away from, I would think. It's really sweet and thick.
You have to sip it. You can't chug that back,
No.
That's for sure.
Taste test #2, we've got shortbread cookies. Even though these are sweet, I feel like this would be a better choice than eggnog.
It doesn't taste as sweet as the eggnog.
Taste test #3, pecan pie. I definitely love pecan pie. It's one of my seasonal favorites, but I'm pretty sure it's really bad for you.
This is really sweet.
Taste test #4, caramel popcorn.
Seems pretty light.
You don't just take one popcorn and are satisfied. I could eat the whole bowl. Taste test #5, panettone. I actually think that might be better for you than all the rest.
It tastes light and fluffy, but
It has raisins.
dried fruit chunks.
So Stephanie, out of all of our samples, what would you say was your favorite?
Definitely the pecan pie. Hands
That would be
down.
mine. Yeah, okay. Very sweet though. What would you say is the absolute worst one of the lot for us health-wise?
Unfortunately, it is the pecan pie, which is very upsetting to me and you, obviously. So it's tied in calories with the panettone. However, the pecan pie is very high in fat. It's got 19 grams of fat, where the panettone only has 13 grams of fat. And this is also very, very high in sugar at 20 grams of sugar, where the panettone is 18 grams of sugar.
And so what would be the best choice to make out of our selection?
The best choice here would be the shortbread cookies at 150 calories, 9 grams of fat, and only 5 grams of sugar.
So we touched all on desserts at this point, but what are some of your suggestions for keeping the weight off this holiday?
I think that the main thing that you can do is to indulge with limits. And then the other thing is don't take the party home after it is over. So try not to take leftovers.
As we tried to help you out, go for the shortbread if you get to that dessert table, and try to stay away from the pecan pie and even the panettone. I'm Andrea Jenna. This was another episode of The Perfect Bite. Stephanie, I want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And be sure to check out our blog for more nutritional information.